And good morning again. I still say I wish I was back in radio where I had about a half an hour program to get rid of things, but I need that little break to rethink stuff, and it doesn't take much to recharge, I guess. Because there's such an abundance of topics right now. Always is. Always is. You know? I have a faith. I've got a belief based on something pivotal, based on pivotal not only in my life, but I investigated it enough and got down on my knees to understand it, and it answered back. Okay? I got a faith that's based, on not just my delusional thinking, not just my wants, desires. And it's a faith that challenges me all the time because of the carnal nature of a human being, the sinful nature of a human being, which I am. Okay? That being said, okay, I am a male, subject to what that side of the gender and the buildup of the genes proposes to a physical form. Okay? Some of it is inherited. Some of it is learned because of events in my life, how it was raised. And how it structured my thinking. Okay? I am, by definition, in man's terms, Caucasian white. Based on a heritage that goes back thousands of years. Okay? Not bound by that color. Okay? It can manipulate, but it does not actually form the choosing part of your brain. Okay? Because reality tells me, science tells me, it's the melanin in my skin. It's the heritage that I come from. Okay? But I am no different than a person who is pitch black. Or a person who has more of a yellow tone. Okay? I'm no different. I bring up these things because these are the things that drive us in our governing body and in our country, being the United States of America. Each state has its own thought pattern, its own climate, its own way of doing things. Okay, what goes in Illinois and Nebraska doesn't necessarily go in Maine and Washington. What goes in Alaska and Hawaii definitely doesn't go. What's going on, and it doesn't is not the same as in Ohio or West Virginia. Okay, it is who we are as a nation. But when we turn around and we have this little experiment, and we turn around and we put together, quote and unquote, the elected officials to represent us, we the people is what I should be in quotations, because we hold that as this big strong statement, yet we don't fulfill it the way that we should, except for election time. You know, there's people that are just like priority. We need to really get our priorities straight. I had just spoke on, and what started this thing, just spoke on the fact that, hey, day one, once they introduce each other and say, okay, here we are in session, whatever, the House, the Senate, whatever, all other topics, what they would like to pass into law, what they would like to, all of that needs to be tabled and put forth a financial plan. If it's that complex and that hard, then yes, by all means, you all need to be working on it. Okay, all of you. I mean, without a nation, whether we have a crosswalk sign, whether we have a gender policy, whether we have birthright, anything, whether we have health care, whether we have Social Security, all that goes away if we don't have a freaking country. I know that. And I didn't go to college, except for 1 year in accounting. How is it that these people are walking out of Harvard and Yale and are so self-centered that they're going to go walk in there and pad their portfolio and not worry about the things that matter? Like, what are they going to use that portfolio in if they don't have a country? Fix the government means fix the books first. And that's the reality. You need to fix the books first. Okay? We got people in there, running that are going in there, and one of their sole purposes is to make this a Christian nation. Make this a nation and have a national religion based on it. We don't deserve that. I'm not sure where this came from. I get it. Like-minded with other people that are in faith. Okay, but you are in a melting pot. And it would be nice if everyone had one God. But some are rebellious, no more than the prodigal son out of the Bible. But the whole point is, we don't deserve that. We're walking around thinking that this is going to solve things. Get real. It's not going to solve things at all. It's not going to solve it at all. You still have to have priorities. We don't deserve to have a national religion at all. We haven't proven ourselves to be worthy of that. I'm going to say it right there and then. I will tell you, we can. And it may not. It may not be what you think it is. It would be nice if it was Jesus. That's why I started this thing that way, talking about faith. However, I'm nobody except someone panhandling on the street. Okay? If I don't be responsible with the money that I make. And I'm not talking about so tight or so uber, whatever, that I go around and throw it in people's face and say I'm, this. I'm talking about just simple fiscal responsibility. Okay? We don't deserve to be called a whatever nation. And we won't have a so-called whatever nation if we can't balance our books. I don't care what college you came from. I don't care how smart you think you are. A person sitting on the street playing a crappy guitar, homeless, can say that they went to an Ivy League school or to MIT or wherever. They can say all they want. But they're still homeless. And they have no more money because they gambled it away. Because they did something with it that they shouldn't have because they weren't fiscally responsible. Okay? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's my point. We don't deserve anything as an American if we're not fiscally responsible as an American. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And that includes in our government. They need to have their priorities straight. There's my talk. Nothing but love for you. All that before 5:30 in the morning. On a Saturday. Have a good one. Enjoy your day.